I'm Hannah Hausker, and I attended the New Student Dialogue on August 27th about the sexual politics of hooking up. I attended this dialogue because it is a topic that I think about from time to time, talking about gender roles and slut shaming and the double standard of sexually active guys versus girls, and how the social acceptance for the promiscuous guy is completely unfair because girls are not socially accepted if they get around a lot. The two grad students who were in charge of the dialogue that I went to told us that it was the first dialogue that they had done this semester, and so we were kind of like their guinea pigs. They, in the beginning, played an icebreaker with us, which I've played so many icebreakers since I got here. But anyway, so we played an icebreaker. We got to know each other and our names and our majors and our interests. And then we sat down and we talked about what a discussion entails compared to a dialogue, compared to a debate. And basically, we learned that a dialogue is a place where you can talk openly about what you feel, your experiences, and it's going to be a non-judgmental setting. That there shouldn't be like any rolling of the eyes or whispering while someone's trying to tell something that they went through. Just so that you can have that respectful setting, and so you're not going to make someone feel ashamed of something that they went through. After we did that, we did this exercise. I kind of don't see the point of it. It was like this wheel, and it had all these different identifiers for people, like their gender, their race, their age, their body type, their ethnicity, their nationality, and we had to fill all these different things out. And then in the center of the circle, we had to make a pie chart with the identifiers that were most important to us. I guess the point of that exercise was to give us a better understanding of ourselves. At least that's what we were told. At the end of the discussion, or the dialogue, we all kind of talked about it, and we told the two grad students, since they had never done a dialogue before, they asked us what we thought of their dialogue, and we told them that we thought the things that they did in the beginning were kind of not needed. They took away from our dialogue because we actually ended up only having about an hour to talk about the sexual politics of hooking up. After we did the little wheel thing, we did to taboo, a guessing game type thing, and it was supposed to show us, okay, no, I don't even know what it was supposed to show us, but it was just kind of, I felt like a waste of time, and it took away from the dialogue that we were all really interested to be there for. There were about 4 or 5 people who continually spoke throughout the dialogue. I kind of spoke sometimes when I disagreed with what people said. I remember there was this one point where the girl grad student, I can't remember her name, but she said that if a key opens many locks, it's a master key, but if a lock is opened by many keys, it's a shoddy lock. And that kind of correlates to the idea that it's become okay for guys to get around, but not for girls, because girls are kind of, their image is that they're supposed to be classy and gentle and modest. And if they go against that image, they're kind of seen as a slut or as a whore. We also discussed how girls are looked down upon for wearing form-fitting clothes and dressing immodestly. And when that was talked about, I kind of spoke up then, because that's something that I disagree with. My input and my opinion is that if a girl wants to dress provocatively, if she wants to show skin or a lot of leg, or if she wants to have a lot of sex, because girls enjoy sex too, not just guys, then it's okay. We have no place as a society to judge a girl for wanting to do those type of things. There's nothing wrong with it. As long as she's being safe and she's doing things a healthy way, I don't see why anyone should have a problem with it, because it's not affecting anyone but the guy that she's having sex with. The overall impression that I kind of got from the dialogue that I attended is that it's okay for guys, it's expected of guys to act that way, to be that jerk, to be that guy who wants to have many girls, to hit it and quit it, and that it's okay. And people still think it's okay, and people are still going to think that it's okay, as long as there is media there, like TV shows and movies and music, that influences guys in that way. It's gonna be okay until things like that go away, until people start seeing it as wrong, until a girl is raped. Many girls are raped, and people don't believe her when she says that she is, because of that stigma that's attached to it. It's gonna keep being okay. And that's the disappointing thing about the whole subject, that girls are always going to be seen this way, that we always have to be held to a certain standard of classiness, for lack of a better word, elegance. It's not alright with me that girls are slut-shamed, as the term has become. It's never been okay with me. I'm kind of a feminist, a little bit of a feminist, and that's just kind of how I feel on the subject. That's why I signed up for this dialogue. I thought it would be interesting to hear everyone's opinions, even though they're opinions that I've already heard before. I had a good experience at the dialogue. Like I said earlier, some of the things we did were pointless, and I wish we had more time to actually talk about the subject matter. But nonetheless, it was still a good experience. I actually wished I could have signed up for all of the dialogues that they have, because all the subjects, all the social issues that are going on right now interest me. But this is one that I'm, I guess, the most interested in. So, yeah, I'm glad that I could have participated in the Sexual Politics of Hooking Up new student dialogue. I'm glad it's a part of CU 1000 because, everyone thinks CU 1000 has a lot of components that are nuisances, which I will agree, there are a lot of components that are nuisances, but this was actually an informative one. So I'm pretty pleased, and I thank you for letting me have the experience.